Come here. I want to show you something.
Yo, do I need a seat?
I mean, yeah, come grab a seat. You need to see this. Walter just sent me this.
So what?
This ridiculous article that he just sent me. Let's see here. The headline reads, Airsoft gun, quote, like, unquote, on social media gets Ohio student suspended.
Ohio student, like as in
yeah, 7th grader, like middle school kid, right? For liking a picture of a gun on Instagram or Facebook or something. Let's see what it says in the article. Ohio middle school student was suspended last week after he liked another student's Instagram photo showing an airsoft pellet gun and the caption, quote, ready, end quote. The parents of the student received the 10-day suspension notice Thursday, which accused the boy of liking a post on social media that indicated potential school violence, a local news affiliate reported. Holy crap, this is like the dumbest shit I have ever seen. Pardon my French, guys. I know we try to keep this YouTube channel PG-13, but like,
that's stupid.
That just makes me really fracking angry. Like, goodness. It says here, let's see, according to the parents, the father of the boy says he shoots, hunts, and fishes, the father told a local NBC affiliate. He's a country boy, end quote. That's from the article here. We're reading this on the WashingtonTimes.com is where Walter sent me this article. This is ridiculous. Like, what is it coming to in America right now that airsoft guns, toy freaking guns, are under attack for being on Instagram? Like, what the hell business does the school have following this boy on Instagram? Like, that's a little creepy to me. Like, maybe I don't get it. I guess, okay, so I will confess and age myself here a little bit. I grew up in a time frame when social media did not exist. Like, the closest thing we had was, like, MySpace was just becoming a thing when I was in high school. When I signed up for my Facebook account, it was explicitly for college campuses only. Yeah. Like, so putting myself in perspective here. Now, Mason, you're a little younger than I am, so you grew up with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But, like, correct me if I'm wrong here. That's not a thing that schools did to us. Like, what the hell?
Like, most of my teachers didn't even know what Instagram was, or, like,
even
what hardly, Facebook was.
I mean, again, confessing my age here a bit. Exactly. Like, I didn't use Instagram at all until we started working here. Like, I am not a social media guy. And even now, all my social media really gets used for is pictures of Warhammer miniatures and, like, the occasional gun picture. Sometimes you'll see funny pictures of my cat. But, like...
if I was in his position, I would have been banned a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, no, dude. I'd have been in so much trouble. Like, oh, goodness. Like, I'm sure they'd probably suspend this kid for listening to death metal on the grounds that he was, like, a satanic worshiper or something.
Yeah, no, that's just dumb. Like, the school district has no...
they have no authority. Like, okay, and then they try to say that liking it purports that he's going to be the next Columbine shooter? Like, no. He's going to be the next Columbine shooter because the bunch of you are being a bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah, no, like, the way I see it is, like, say if it was, like, the other way around, like, if it was cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like...
are they going to suspend you because they think you're street racing because you liked a picture of a hot rod on Facebook? Like,
and my thing is, like, millions of people die in car accidents, all the time. And, like, kids drive to school every day. Like, should they be banning, like, kids driving to school now? Is that a thing that they're going for?
Right. Well, I don't know. I mean, they tried it at one point while I was in high school. It didn't last very long. I think it's because the school realized they paid so much money for their big, stupid parking lot. But, what can you do?
No, it's just, it's so dumb. Like, the whole thing is dumb. Like, the article...
Yeah, well, I mean, the article is at least written really respectably.
No, it's
actually,
not even that.
like, surprisingly, like, in today's day of, like, super biased news, this is a surprisingly unbiased article, which I appreciate.
And that's the Washington Times as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with their political leanings, and you know me though. I try to stay pretty apolitical because I generally don't agree with anybody on anything.
Exactly.
But
I don't follow
because I think all of you following politics are stupid. Just kidding. I love all of you guys. I just think your opinions suck.
Like, I wonder
especially his.
Yeah, I wonder how much.
Yeah, like, I'm curious to see how much flack this kid is going to get. Like, I will confess, I saw this going around on Facebook the other day. Who was it? It was Asian with hat. I saw it coming around on his page, and I was like, "Oh, there's no way this is true. Come on, this has got to be bullshit." And then I was like, "No, hold on." And then it popped up in the Guns, Gear, and Beer Facebook podcast group that I'm in. Yeah. And I was like, no, there's no way. Like, it had to have been a real gun. I didn't realize it was a pellet gun. I didn't read the article. I just saw the picture and the headline and then, like, went about my day because I generally try not to engage in that kind of negativity.
The fact of it that it is it's an airsoft gun. It's not...
But yeah, no, and then it was when Walter sent me this link and he goes, hey, what do you think of this? And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is the absolute dumbest thing. Like, I can't believe this.
I don't know.
The family seems like they're going along with it, which is great, but like definitely better to do that and like let him serve out his punishment and fight it later. Don't like ruin the kid's education because your school is being stupid. But like,
no, I would have like if that was my child in that whole situation. But I came.
This is the kid chewing a Pop-Tart into a gun thing all over again.
Exactly.
You remember that when that happened? It was like right in the middle of like all the school shooting frenzy. And I mean, I don't mean to like be insensitive and be a dick and like totally like stand on the graves of like Newtown and things like that because like I think that's wrong and that's what the people I don't like in politics do. But everybody got into a crazy fury, like Cabela's and Dick's were like, we're not selling AR-15s anymore, and the next thing you know, some kid goes to school, chooses his Pop-Tart into the shape of a gun, and the teacher freaks out and suspends the kid because holy crap, you're gonna shoot up a school with a friggin' Pop-Tart.
No, see, like a little bit off topic from this. You gotta realize that school shootings have been like happening forever. Like in 1966, was that Houston? The Houston school where the dude was sitting on top of the school just picking random people off?
I don't remember. I'm not familiar enough with school shooting history because, again, I try not to handle a lot of this.
The only reason I remember this is because I was watching a documentary on it last night. Like, that was 1966. Yeah, like, why is this such a big thing blowing up now? Like,
because we're in the age of social media where everybody can freak out about everything, I guess. I don't know. That frustrates me because, like, the way I look at it is like, what if that kid had been following us on Instagram, right? Like, because we post pictures of guns all the time. I mean, we try to mix our store Instagram up a little bit. There's some pictures of Mason and cats on there. There's that one picture of a Prius I posted a couple weeks ago. It's pretty funny.
Saving money for
saving fuel money for ammo. Exactly. But I mean, we posted a picture of a custom gun on there a couple of weeks ago. Right, and it wasn't even a realistic looking gun. It was a Tippmann. It had a big old hose coming out of the pistol grip, right?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that's just how it was set up. Imagine if you'd have liked that and got suspended. Like, God, I would feel so crappy if it was our picture that did that.
Yeah.
Like this was just his friends, but like taken out of context, like that's just a really terrible. Like, talk to the, like. Here's what I don't get. Okay, so school wants to suspend him. They just go, "You like this on Facebook? Suspend him." Why not talk to the kid? Like what? Schools employ guidance counselors, right? Like that's a thing. Like that's been a thing since I was in school. I mean, I think I talked to mine like a grand total of twice in the 4 years I was in high school. But like,
I don't think I ever did.
Well, yeah, it's because you went to a podunk school district. You probably just couldn't understand them because you're kind of stupid. Just kidding, buddy. I'm just kidding. But
that was pretty good.
But let the guidance counselor talk to him. I guarantee you talk to this kid and like, hey, why'd you like this picture on Instagram? The kid's first word is going to be because guns are cool. Like, why wouldn't you say that, right? Like, we're kids, or we were kids once. I mean, some of us still act like kids, but like, I mean, that's definitely Mason. That's I don't know no 12-year-old kid's got a beard like this.
I bet if you shaved, you'd look like a baby.
Absolutely, it's why I don't shave. But imagine for a second, if you will,
like this you're kid, a 7th grader.
You're a 7th grader. This kid plays Call of Duty. He plays Grand Theft Auto, and I know this because I've worked in the retail side of things in that space. I know who's buying this stuff. It's not explicitly people who are 17 and up, but he's around guns. He's exposed to guns. He watches TV. He watches movies.
Like every movie nowadays seems to have some sort
of and it's not even about glorifying it. It's just like, okay, cool. This kid clearly wants to participate in our hobby that we all share and go outside and do cool things with his friends. Like. Why are you going to punish him for being active on Facebook? Like, but at the same time, you're going to sit there or Instagram, whatever. Social media platform is irrelevant, but like you're still going to punish this kid because he's being interested in a hobby when it's like part of the reason why the school shootings, like Columbine happened. Like you go and look into the history of it. Like I hate to commend anything Michael Moore ever did, but like Bowling for Columbine was actually not a completely terrible documentary. And he talks about how it was just because they weren't understood. Like it's ridiculous. Fish, come here. I need your opinion on something. Since you just walked back here while we were talking about this,
have you? Work.
It's fine. You can do work in a minute. Hey, have you seen this article about this kid that got suspended for liking a picture of a gun on Instagram?
Yeah.
Opinions, go.
I think it's stupid the fact that the school is monitoring a.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
That's what I said.
Account.
Like.
Why are they on his? Why are they on?
Y'all ain't got nothing better to do. Like, come on.
I mean, it would be one thing if maybe the kid had friends with somebody that was part of the school board, an educator, an administrator. It doesn't matter.
Or if the kid was like
Or if a friend tattled on him to try to, because kids are
Yeah.
cool,
If he's that creepy kid who's drawing like really satanic, like weird stuff in his notebook, that's gonna freak out
But
your
from the picture
like,
sitting right in front of us, he
super
doesn't
PC
look like a
teacher.
crazy
No.
kid.
I mean,
Well, you never know. I mean,
you never
know. It's always the ones you don't expect. But like,
Exactly.
if from what his dad says in the article, right? Like he was a hunter. He he shoots, he fishes. He's a
Yeah.
good old boy. He's a good old country boy. Like, and he happens to be a good old country boy with an Instagram account that liked a gun, and
lives in
boom,
Ohio.
got it 10 days. You believe that? 10 freaking days.
10 days?
That's
What?
a hell of a vacation, let me tell you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
It's ridiculous.
I mean, I've heard of some worse things getting less.
Yeah, like what? Clockboy was only suspended for what, like 3 days, 4 days, something like that.
A couple of that.
I mean, it got worse because like they totally like sued the crap out of the school
Yeah.
and like
But I
that.
still
That
remember-
got weird,
But I
but
still remember in high school, somebody doing the dirty deed and got only like 4 or 5 days, like less than a
shoot,
week.
yeah, I know kids who got caught with drugs at school and got suspended for less time than that.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
or just
That's-
got ISS or something like
yeah,
that.
like, dude, you had a pound of marijuana in your locker. You got a day's suspension. This kid likes a picture of a gun on Facebook, and
honestly, it is the most BS type of deal.
this is ridiculous.
I can possibly imagine.
absolutely,
No, it just-
absolutely.
Now, I will say this. Like, it's like, again, going back to the whole entire thing, it's one thing if they were stalking his page or monitoring because of maybe he's a troubled youth,
Yeah,
or again, friend, administrator following him or something like that. Because I've heard of, like, now with social media, it's now a thing. Teachers are following students on Instagram or friends on
no,
Facebook.
it's absolutely a
following
thing.
on Twitter.
I-
Honestly, like, for me, if any of my teachers did that, I would be weirded out about it.
That's super
But
creepy, man.
Then
Yeah,
again, MySpace was the big thing.
yeah, and
when I was
From a different generation. now.
exactly, yeah. Like I was telling Mason earlier, like you and I grew up without social media primarily, so it's a little different
I
for
mean, I
us.
was always on MySpace.
Well, yeah,
MySpace
but I
is
mean,
the coolest thing.
you're like me. MySpace didn't come up until what you would have been like a junior or senior in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's just super weird to have teachers like creeping out like that. Like it's a shame, man. Like that sucks to be this kid. Like I feel for you, guy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm with you on that one, man. You stay strong.
Stay strong.
If you actually find this.
Don't let the man get you down. All right, guys, we're at the YouTube time limit, so we've got to stop ranting. But let us know in the comments what you guys think. Like, is this the dumbest thing you've ever seen? We'll link the link to the article here in the description for sure. We'll see you guys later.